Misha time, bitches.
Yep.
Uh, Girl with the long hair never came back. It's kind of weird referring to her as the girl with the long hair,
It
given that we know her
does.
name. But yes, Shizune is the type of person to be annoyed at the fact you didn't finish everything on 15 minutes before time.
Mm.
Whereas I'm the sort of person that goes, fuck yeah, I finished this 15 minutes before the due time. Let's go hand it in.
Yeah. Or, I'm the person that I should have done that 2 months ago.
Have you filled out those health and safety forms yet?
Nope.
Despite the fact that the period that they're supposed to cover expired like a week ago.
Yep.
Christ, James. Well done.
I've managed to avoid the person I was meant to submit them to so far.
Hang on though. Interesting point, theme again brought up here. I'm going into English student mode here. The theme of Misha-izing everything and translating everything for Shizune. Even if it's not directly addressed at Shizune.
Though then again, that's something that does come up later on, so we probably shouldn't go too far into that.
It is a very interesting theme though.
It is actually.
Honestly, I get the feeling that had I played through this game whilst doing Year 13 English, I may have actually snuck it into to my one of my essays, because the question I ended up having was how a work is equal parts collaboration between the reader slash viewer slash player and the author. And this is a lot more literal than I'm assuming the question was intending, but still.
Yeah, but then again, to be honest, visual novels are just an extension of the choose your own adventure books.
Yeah. But this is a damn sight better written than any choose your own adventure book I ever read.
I'm pretty sure there's a Goosebumps one, which I really enjoyed when I was younger.
Yeah, no, I think I know the book you're talking about. Like it involves time travel or something. It's kind of crazy.
But then again, the Goosebumps series was actually really good for a primary school themed horror series.
Yeah, a G-rated horror series.
It worked. Oh, I don't know. I still enjoy them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have enough time to read anymore as an engineering student. Maybe when I go out into the real world and get a job, I'll get back into reading. But I haven't read a book properly in a while. It's actually kind of sad, really.
Yeah, but then again, that's one thing I found, that I read less despite wanting to read more these days.
Yeah.
I might have burnt myself out when I was younger, given the amount I used to read. I read heaps when I was at, about intermediate, early high school, and then I kind of just stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. My school never really had a cafeteria. They had a canteen where you could buy food, but everyone was expected to bring their own lunches.
Yeah, we had then again, school-issued food isn't really a thing for most schools in New Zealand.
No, not at all.
It's just kind of assumed that you can bring your own lunch, and there's a cafeteria that supplies like canned drinks and cheap sandwiches.
Well, New Zealand pies are probably different to American pie, but I don't know. I don't know where our audience is going to be from.
We have meat chunks in our pies.
Pies are good. Every golf ball of fat is totally worth it.
If I'm not mistaken, meat pies as we know them here, or are different to American pies.
Yeah.
Now that could just be me having read some bad writing on the internet, but
No,
that's what I've heard.
I recall reading something about that as well.
If
always
if
very
we have
interesting.
an American, can you please confirm or deny that?
We've asked our one viewer a lot of questions.
Yes, our one viewer we're assuming is both a American, English major. What are the other things we've asked this one viewer?
in future episodes, we'll ask about whether they know much about Japanese culture.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Japanese culture expert, sign language expert, general history knowledge.
Oh, wow.
But we can really be the worst sometimes.
Plot twist, this series somehow gets wildly popular and goes viral. And we actually get like hundreds and thousands of viewers.
Yeah, nah.
No, it's not going to happen.
It would be wonderful, it would be great, and...
If that did happen, I'd maybe ask for a cut of the YouTube money.
No,
what,
I'm
like
not a dick, and I
maybe?
definitely would split the profits, but, you know, this is a bit of fun, and hopefully we get a couple people that enjoy our rantings and rather unrelated conversation
our inane ramblings and my offensive remarks. And terrible, that's what she said jokes. Oh, Christ. And Misha seems a little too enthusiastic about how great...
us not having anything to do at this current point in time is.
Yeah, but that does develop a little further come soon. Yep, just now.
Yeah.
This is the first instance of... I don't know, what would you call it?
What would I call what?
I'm just trying to think of a word to describe the what happens with Misha, Shizune, and Hisao and the student council. I want to say courtship, but that doesn't seem right.
That's something that the story explains itself in its own odd way. And I think it's best just, if the viewer is interested, to either keep watching us
or play it for yourself.
Yeah.
Although we'd rather you kept watching us, because then there'd be more of a point to this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to watch it and see how you edit things and how stupid I sound and how offensive I sound in hindsight.
Well, the thing is, I can't really turn around and go, I'm going to cut this section out to drop the time here. That's something you can't do in a visual novel.
No, you can't really. But yes, these two characters are the complete opposite of unbiased when it comes to the student council.
Yeah.
Have I gone past you or am I behind you? I'm trying to work it out.
Yeah, you're probably about where I am.
Oh no, yeah, I'm behind. I'm in front of you. My bad. But yes, the whole I like that line about they're trying their hardest to look cute, but they look cute to begin with. But yeah.
I like how this it's admitted it's suggested here that there's some weird sort of bet going on.
Well, knowing Shizune as a character, fucking everything is a competition for her.
Yeah.
My life is not a game. It is for Shizune.
Yep. So, you want to play a game?
Let's play a game. I would do a Jigsaw impression, but I've never seen Saw, so I have no idea what the hell he sounds like. Just that, let's play a game is one of his catchphrases or something.
I never got too much into it, as I'm not a fan of...
Rich Man, Poor Man, is that a variant of Scum / Presidents and Assholes, perhaps?
Maybe.
/ Kings and Assholes.
Maybe.
Game that goes by zillions of names. Card game.
So many names. All of them correct, all of them wrong.
But yes. Hisao is very, very accurate here about how they're definitely just trying to play the odds always in their favour and getting him to join.
Yeah. And then Misha stumbling.
Disingenuous. To be fair, that's probably not a word that's terribly easy to sign anyway.
No. But here's some of that right here.
Yeah. Themes. Honestly, if you're an English student, our one viewer, and you include this work in an essay or something, you'd be my absolute hero.
But also, don't go writing about a video game if you can't write about it. And then make yourself.
Yeah, no, don't do anything stupid. But if you can, and you won't get in trouble for it, send me proof, and I'll give you a virtual cookie. I would offer an actual prize, but I don't have any money at the moment, so I can't afford to. Paper football. Paper rugby is better. Rugby union is so much better than American football. I'm only slightly biased because the Rugby World Cup is currently ongoing, although not at the time of any of our other previous recording sessions. I do believe we actually stopped before the Rugby World Cup started.
Yes, the Rugby World Cup started after we recorded our most recent
recording session.
Let's just forget that little line, and this is totally the first take in the very beginning of this series. You know, totally.
And in spite of the fact that or at least I've very frequently referred to it as a redo. And I probably dated the episode horribly by stating that Rugby Cup is on. But hey, our viewers don't know which Rugby Cup, so for all they know, we could be recording this in 2011, or maybe even 2007.
Yes, we recorded it before the game actually existed as a downloadable option.
Clearly, we're time travelers.
Yes.
Boy,
because we're in New Zealand and we are ahead of everyone else on the planet, time travel does exist, guys.
France is facing New Zealand in a quarter-final in Cardiff. Hopefully things go well, but then again, it's the French. We'll beat them easily. That's funny because there's a very real risk of this World Cup the exact same thing happening. And the last time it happened in 2007, the New Zealand team was knocked out for the first time in the quarterfinals. And the country kind of went into a tailspin after that. New Zealand is kind of obsessed about rugby union.
And then there's people like me who are like, shrug
sports
shoulders.
Ball, what is that?
I'll follow it as long as I'll follow it as much as that I'll read the newspaper if I wind up with one and see how things are going. But I'm not going to go out of my way to actively watch it or follow it.
Yeah.
Someone's probably, if they're a big rugby fan, getting very angry at me right now.
Meanwhile, I'm a pretty big rugby fan, but I recognise that not sports isn't everyone's cup of tea. But yes, a certain character ran out of the room. But yes, I'm a big rugby fan. The other sports I'm into is motorsports in general.
And now we're being.
But it's probably even less likely that our one viewer is interested in motorsports.
Might be interesting if they are. Are you? Yes. Anyways, we're currently getting escorted. A nice little theme that happens quite often in this line.
Yeah.
And another theme in his train of thought regarding the situation right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a tad disappointed if he isn't bounding gagged by the end of this line. A like it. It's just that subtle nod that you might be in danger right now, Hassel.
Yes,
I would
if
love
she's
to hear.
fault,
I'd
you
love to
probably
hear
are in
whoever
danger.
they manage if that both animated with vocals, just that high-pitched, real bubbly voice. Life is in danger, and you might try run away.
It's something that we probably bring up a fair bit in the in our playthrough, is that how much we'd love to see this as an animated series with voice acting and all that. If I won the lottery, I'd probably approach Four Leaf Studios about that.
And they'd probably come back with a big no.
Yeah.
Though, sadly, it is one of the things that's actually quite. It's announced as being a thing that's coming in the next anime season quite often in troll posts. Because I've already seen two for the next season of anime that state that there will be a series based on this, but all have been confirmed as troll posts.
Rumors/troll posts, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I come to power, I'll get Studio Ghibli to create an anime serial on this.
No, we will not let Studio Ghibli create an anime series about this. We'll let Studio Ghibli create something amazing in their own time on something they chose to do.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Rippin' Pepperoni, Hayao Miyazaki. Mr. Anime was a mistake.
Ah.
I do find it kind of funny, though, the whole thing about him saying that he hates otaku culture, and then everyone just takes that as him saying, anime was a mistake, I should have never gotten into it or created the genre.
That's a whole different thing that would result in a huge discussion on its own as his reasons behind that.
And yeah, no, but I agree with his points on otaku culture. Like the whole obsessiveness and all that about it. It just seems a little disquieting.
Mm.
You know, about how at say a Japanese touring car race, fucking people will show up just to take pervy photographs of the grid girls. That sort of side of Japanese culture I find a little disquieting.
That's a discussion best left for another day, to be honest.
But still, I'd love to go to Japan. Their culture seems super interesting.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It would be an incredible place to go, especially with the amount of history they have in that country.
Yes, just nothing much between 1939 or 1930.
Plenty happened during that time. Do not deny it, because that is the worst thing to do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think when they invaded Manchuria. Was that 33?
That was early 30s, I believe.
I think it was 33 or 35.
The Japanese were already involved in various conflicts with both China and Russia well before the outbreak of World War II in Europe.
Yeah, well, no, there was definitely the Russian-Japanese War, where Russia got spanked by the Japs and had to go cower in shame.
And then, yeah.
Then the whole rape of Nanking. Let's just leave that topic.
Let's focus on the fact that we're currently being pseudo-Shanghaied and being forced to play a board game.
Well, hey, at least it's somewhat relevant to the conversation, given that they're playing Risk, which is a game all about world domination.
Oh, definitely, and it's Shizune's favorite game.
Honestly, if I was in Hasao's position, I'd totally introduce her to Civilization. That's the game I'm after.
I think she'd thoroughly love Civilization. She'd play a great Gandhi in that game.
I just love the fact that Gandhi's whole hyper-aggressiveness started out as a programming mistake. For those who don't know, in Civilization 1, Gandhi was programmed to have the minimum possible aggressiveness, like 1 out of 10. And then there was also a policy you could adopt in the game I think it was the United Nations or something, that lowered the aggressiveness of all civilizations by 2. But because Gandhi was already at 1 and old computers handled numbers weird, he'd end up going to an aggressiveness of 255 out of 10. And you would have to brace for nukes as soon as that happened. And that's that stopped becoming like in the very next game, it stopped being a bug and just became a feature.
And it's stuck as a feature throughout the series since then because it was such a hilarious bug.
Exactly. I don't think I've ever played a game though where I've been nuked by Gandhi. Then again, I tend to always go for the peaceful route in my games.
The games I've played, I would form alliances, poison the water supply, invade.
Together we can end this destructive conflict and rule the galaxy as father and son. Right, here we go. This is another decision.
Wow, I actually didn't realise I've never picked the top one.
I have, although when I did, it didn't make a difference for the line I ended up going on anyway, so...
This is...
Again,
that's one of those decisions that, from what I can tell...
only affects Shizune's line.
Yeah. And even then, it's only if you're after one very particular scene in the game.
That I don't think we get in our playthrough.
No, we don't get that one in our playthrough. Yeah.
But yes, Shizune doesn't seem like the sort of person that would allow herself to fall to an easy defeat in a game like Risk.
I'm rubbish at Risk.
I'm pretty rubbish at Civ. I've never managed to win a game on anything above Prince, although I think Prince difficulty is the highest level of difficulty where the AI doesn't cheat. Above that, the AI starts cheating and becomes ludicrously hard. So that'll be my excuse.
The AI cheated, yes. That reminds me of the bloody trying to play... I don't know, this could be that I'm not very good at RTSs, but Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, if you had the Yuri's Revenge expansion, Yuri on the maximum difficulty was stupidly broken.
How so? I think I have one of the Command & Conquer
games. Yuri's theme is like psychic powers, so, and effectively had some of the best defensive, and a lot of his units had mind control as their attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So between the fact that he had mind control units, some of the fastest aircraft, and some of the best defenses in the game, it was not nice.
Totally, that means you should have played as him.
I played as him plenty of times because he was just broken. Or at least
the mark of a player is that you always find the OP civilization and play as them permanently until you can't play the game properly anymore, obviously. But yes, Shizune is super serial now, because he's going to ask us to join the student fucking council.
Hey, it's a caddies.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. You pointed out that she has kind of cat ears in her hair. You've been playing too much Nekopata, mate.
No, I haven't been playing too much of that. I've only got a couple hours, and that's more
Didn't
just
you tell me
one
you clocked that game 5 times or whatever?
Pardon?
Didn't you tell me you've clocked that game something like 5 times?
Yeah, I've gone through it about that many times. Though, this is nothing. That observation's got nothing to do with that, but.
Yeah, no, this game has overtaken my mind in a manner that worries me slightly. I won't go any further into that because I'm actually perhaps considering getting help in that regard. hopefully I probably won't seriously. I'm not. I don't know. I won't say anything further because I don't know what I'm thinking. But yes. Shizune did the face, and now Hisao has to go to the library. And we get to meet... I don't know, she might be my favourite character, but I honestly can't decide at this point. They're all pretty amazing. This character, by the way, that we're about to meet isn't the one I'm referring to. We meet two of my favourite characters, in fact. But we get to meet the sexiest character in the game pretty soon.